Hi everybody, I'm here today speaking softly and carrying a big sword because I'm hunting giant wormy robots. Something that crawled out of Miyazaki's nightmares or Skynet's wet dream. I can't decide. It's up to you to decide. But we're here today to talk about being a beta human part 2. I'm going to be connecting 3 seemingly disparate ideas. Oh wait, I can only get to 2 because I hit the clip limit. What? Ugh, PlayStation, seriously? I need way more recording clip limits. You're pissing me off. So the 2 topics today, half off the pie, and pre-law society, which is to say tribal society. Hope you enjoy, and I hope it's cool because this game's really cool. Alright, so you're wondering, what does half off the pie, tribal society, and the rage of a little girl have to do with anything? Well, my friends, it all boils down to playing smart. And in this video today, I will be connecting these 3 topics, or I'm gonna die trying. As you'll see, Miyazaki's fucking love child with Skynet's a dangerous, dangerous thing, and I'm playing on the hardest difficulty. Watch the fuck out! Alright, before we dive into today's lesson, I'd like to point out that Aloy has freaking abs of steel, because the best way getting around in this game is bunny hopping, and you don't land a thing like this without immense core strength. I know from experience in Aikido. Yeah. Also want to point out that bunny hopping is the best because you can't run when you're corrupted by these like wormy bits. This is horrible. But if you're bunny hopping, who gives a shit? Took me forever to realize that I was like slowed because bunny hopping is the tits. Anyway, so what lesson should we start off with? Oh, obviously half off the pie because wait a minute, nope. Hold on. Bad things going down, man. This is a lot of damage in one area. You see what I'm saying about the Miyazaki love child with Skynet though? The like worms that are definitely from Princess Mononoke inhabiting what is Skynet's wet dream, giant robots of death. Alright, rather than dive into today's lesson, I realize all great teachers talk about the lesson previous. And what was the lesson previous? That's right, speaking softly and carrying a big sword. So in this little tiny cutscene that you're presented with in the super early game, so like this is about as spoilery as it gets, so be aware of the level of spoilerage that I will be presenting you. It's minimal. Anyway, so what are my options here? Beating the kid in the head with the rock, drop the rock so that the kid messes with me in the future because he knows I'm a pussy, or show him I'm not to be screwed with immense accuracy that also shows him I could beat him in the head. Gotta be smart, people. Gotta be smart to know when to use the appropriate amount of force so that in the future you don't have to use any force. And that is speaking softly and carrying a big sword. So, I think the best way to transition from there is to talk about the importance of shame in a pre-tribal society. Which is to say, shame is really important all the time, but this fucking dichotomy really helps people understand why it's important all the time. Okay, so here we are in a bandit tower about to murder a bunch of fools, right? Because, you know, no laws, they have wronged us, we kill them. That was a big part of tribal society, you know? Us and them. But what do you do when the us kind of start to stray towards the them side? What do? You can't just gank a fool in the night. It doesn't work out to the benefit of your population because in a pre-hospital society, having children is risky. Can't be wasting human resources. So what do? Well, general example is you find the guy who, let's say, stole your pig and ate it in the middle of the night. You set him on a stump. You gather the whole tribe around him. And you just kind of like point your finger and say, You just make him feel really awkward, bad about what he did so he doesn't do it again. Because everybody Everybody that man knows now knows that he's a pig thief. And that is really important and has started to break down because, like, who cares if you're a pig thief? You know what I mean? You just dipset to some other state, some other country. Now no one knows you're a pig thief. That doesn't mean shame has become any less important. So then where does shame come back into place if you can't sit the man on a stump and show everybody how much he sucks? Well, the only answer, my friends, is the practicing of what I call the acid tongue, which I want to preface by saying is nowhere near as good as the half off the pie mentality. So keep that in mind as I teach you about the acid tongue. What should the acid tongue accomplish? Well, in 2 to 4 sentences, ideally 1 word if you're cool, you need to be able to burn right to the heart of the core of what it means to be a human being and why that person isn't doing it. If you can't shame them to the core in a few words, you're just never going to be able to get through to them, because as soon as you say anything, boosh, ego right in your face and you're screwed. You know what I'm saying? So you really got to practice how and what you're going to say to get the most effect if you're going to use the acid tongue, which is why I do not think it's as good as half after pie. So what is this almighty half off the pie? Well, in Tenacious D's, the pick of destiny, the main character, whose name escapes me other than I think it's JB, or JC? Chables? I hear you, brave young Chables. Anyway, never been good with names. Jack Black and Cage, save some time here, are having a little jam session in their apartamente, and they order a pizza. And the pizza guy who saw them jamming at the boardwalk earlier shows up. And is like, hey, are you guys having a jam sesh? Can I watch? And Cage, being a true musician, as to me, who is kind of his show-off and would just be like, yeah, sure, come on in, is like, half off the pie? And the pizza man agrees, which means he's paying for half that pizza. So that's awesome. Which kind of gets back to the whole fuck you, pay me thing. But there's a right place and a right time for that. You'll notice there's no ads on my channel. I have 53 viewers. Why the fuck? That would be stupid. So why is half off the pie so important? And why is it connected to fuck you, pay me? It's important because both people in that situation are really happy with the outcome. Pizza guy gets to sit and watch a show that he knows is going to be 2 talented, unknown musicians, which is kind of a special thing to someone who appreciates music. And, you know, Cage gets to perform to an audience with, you know, JB, as well as gets basically half a pizza. So I think that is the progression from pre-tribal shame to acid tongue to, like, the next step in humanity, if you ask me, is the kind of half off the pie mentality. It's not the zero-sum game where, like, someone has to lose and someone has to win. I feel like there is, in the long run for human society, a win-win for everyone. Even if it maybe comes at the expense of some stupid AIs, but like, hey, they were made to be stupid so that they can do the bidding for us so that they won't care. Kind of like the cow at the restaurant at the end of the universe that was genetically modified to be stoked that you're going to eat it. People got tired of people bitching about like whether or not it was okay to eat the cow, so they just made a cow that was stoked to be eaten. It ended the argument in the most hilarious of ways.
Let me ask you a question. Has anything ever happened to you that you couldn't explain? That made you feel sort of foolish when you tried to tell somebody about it? Well, if it has, you have plenty of company, as you'll soon see.